even more influence. I'm a bad boy. When I got to the cash, ain't got my bag, boy. Please don't think it's sweet. I stay with the heat, even though I'm a sad boy. You better watch the way you breathe around me, for that breath be your last, boy.
I've been drinking red, boy. I been chopping on these birds, McCoy. No, I bet my rich in really 9 months. Overseas, kind of skin.
Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Prince of Hood, back here with the second part of this amazing series. Hope y'all haven't waited too long. Hoping to get right into it, talk about a few things, have some fun. Mind you, there's gonna be a lot more comedy in this part than most of the other what-ifs I've done. I don't know what it was. I felt cheeky, so grab some food, whatever you have to, relax and enjoy the show. Let's get right into it. And if you want to skip this recap because you don't care, just go to this number right here. Let's go. So we last introduced Naruto, who is very proficient in jutsu, as this allows him to become very good friends with Sasuke. It also allows Naruto to hold on despite being hated by everyone and holding his hatred. One day while he and Sasuke are training, though, he senses something and moves quickly, taking care of Danzo's Anbu and saving Shisui. Shisui wakes up with his stolen eye completely intact, and Naruto wakes up being met by Kakashi and being told who his father is, though kind of very discreetly. And after hearing the secret, Naruto is asked by Hiruzen to train under him, but he hates him and says no. Later on, Jiraiya arrives and soon takes custody of Naruto, and they live in the Forest of Death, where Naruto grew stronger and stronger. He, Sasuke, and Hinata end up on the same team under Kakashi and pass his test with brilliant teamwork using one of Naruto's original jutsus that have become classified as S-ranked. They go on their first mission, and this is a bit of a doozy involving scamming, lies, the fate of an entire village. For reasons unexplained yet, Kakashi also doesn't have his Sharingan anymore, and so taking down Zabuza was actually much easier. They make it to Tazuna's home, and Team 7 trains and gets strong in their own way, but Inari would get mad and take his feelings out on Naruto, who surprisingly responds very maturely. Now, as for the Kakashi Sharingan thing, I'm going to spell this out if I guess I wasn't very obvious about it before. Guys, he reverted his eyes using his ability to manipulate time. Like it was nothing amazing. Like, I literally mentioned him with the apple. For those of you who are confused, I'm surprised that no one guessed that. I was trying to guess mystery ruin. You get the point. He doesn't have the Sharingan anymore. Let's move on. The next day, right after last night's dinner, Team 7 heads out with Tazuna. Kakashi-sensei, you sure they're gonna do something? Asked Sasuke. That's why I had Naruto leave behind a clone. Your family will be safe. He looks at Tazuna, who says he's not worried. As annoying as you are, I can trust your skills at least. Whatever, old man. As they reach the bridge, however, they start to notice a mist rolling in and get information with the beginning surrounding Tazuna, while Kakashi walks forward, carefully looking about as the mist clears to show Zabuza and the same masked Anbu from before. And in the blink of an eye, water clones flicker surrounding Tazuna and the kids. They got us, said Kakashi, right as Zabuza springs forward, bringing out his executioner blade towards the shinobi, who was brought to a knee as he slides the blade away with his kunai and then swings at Zabuza's neck. Better look out for your kids. Huh, please. My students aren't weak. In an instant, Sasuke would move, ripping apart all the clones, splashing water everywhere, surprising Zabuza right as Naruto body flickers before the shinobi, kicking him while making a hand sign. Zabuza is sent crashing past the Anbu, whose anger would flare as he attacks with incredible speed, when Hinata and Sasuke move in, blocking him and simultaneously striking him away with a palm strike. Byakugan! Activating her dojutsu, Hinata advances forward, keeping Haku busy, and Kakashi goes for Zabuza. I'm guessing you did something, didn't you? Asked Sasuke. As he begins to weave signs, Naruto nods, putting a scroll into his mouth, and with every hand sign from him, spreads this seal that Haku notices spreading below his feet. What is this? Earth release, secret heart. Everyone jump! Upon hearing him, Tazuna, Sasuke, Hinata, and Kakashi would jump, with the lavender glow spreading through the seals and instantly slamming Haku and Zabuza to the floor, forcing them to stay down just as everyone's feet touched ground again. Whew, that was a bit annoying, but it worked. Right now you're experiencing the same way as that of 1,000 pounds, said Naruto. What? Thought Haku, right as his mask cracks and he would feel the pressure increase even more, with both he and Zabuza seeping blood from their mouths. I've never seen such a jutsu. That's Zabuza. It's more credible than Haku's Kike Genkai. Good work, Naruto. Just then, Naruto releases the jutsu, leaving the enemies gasping for breath and even unable to move as their bodies have been reduced to mush. They can be healed, yes, but not by medical jutsu. By Naruto only using his reversion release, his time release, I guess you could say, I'll call it reversion release, that's the only way they can actually be brought back to their optimal state. And Naruto says, I suggest you give up now. I don't need that jutsu to take care of you. I just wanted to. As they groan at their weakness against this team, the tap of a cane is heard as everyone notices Gato approaching, and with him, a whole army of hired shinobi. How pitiful, Zabuza. You talked a big game, now look at you. Getting on guard, Team 7 would get a bit worried, with Hinata mentioning their exact numbers. Even if we do beat them, it won't be without some major damage. They do look decently skilled, Kakashi. Naruto? Yeah, I'm already on it. As he finishes weaving some signs, a massive snowflake would form above the entire crowd of enemies who, as they look up nervously, find themselves trapped by an ice barrier. Hey, what is this? Stop whining, just break it. One of them would take the endeavor to kick the barrier when their leg would slowly freeze and then shatter off, leaving them horrified as he falls screaming in pain. Gato, because he is so weak and has never trained, is the first to experience the true effect of this barrier. As he coughs, feeling his lungs freeze, and slowly the other shinobi do as well. They asphyxiate and couldn't even gather any chakra because it was being sapped by the jutsu to actually freeze them. Water jutsu, secret art, Kokutus. At this point, they have all fallen and are partially frozen, a lot of frostbite, and everyone watched on in awe. What the? Is it over already? The group then turned to see rally villagers having said this, who came up to help, but it seems they weren't needed anymore, and the secret art would shatter, letting out a cold wave of frost. Alright, that takes care of it. Mission accomplished. You know, I would say that. If you didn't just damage the bridge, said Tazuna. Well, damn, said Naruto. Time skip. The bridge is fixed, no problem, it's just that it was annoying. With Gato down, the riches he's been hoarding are given back to the people, and the bridge is named after Naruto. As for Zabuza and Haku, they have finished their goal, so unfortunately they have no purpose, and will be living in hiding and surviving by themselves, but at least they're doing it together. 2 weeks have passed. Meeting them at the bridge, Tazuna and his family came to say goodbye. It's gonna be dull once you're not around, says Tazuna. I think I'm actually gonna miss you, brats. It was a pleasure, said Hinata. Thank you for letting us stay. Besides, we'll come back every once in a while, so don't miss us too much, said Sasuke. Hey, you know you can cry if you want to, right? Said Naruto. Sucking up his tears, Inari would shake his head. Nuh-uh, you can go ahead and do it if you want, though. As he turns and walks off, Naruto says that he'll come and visit. Don't let it get to you, Inari. Things only change if you want them to. Come back soon, okay? Naruto answers with just a wave, and Team 7 would make its way back to Konoha, leave from the land of waves, and hopefully when they do come back, it won't be for the same reason. Now as they make their way into the forest, they actually stumble upon Zabuza and Haku in the trees, waiting for them. Looking to have another go? Asked Sasuke. Please, my bones are still creaking, says Zabuza. I wanted to ask, kid, why don't you squash us like bugs? I experienced an endless cycle of hatred. If I pass that on, then I'd end up in a world I wouldn't want to wake up to at all. Stay alive. With these words, Zabuza disappears as Sasuke would pout. I wanted to have a go at the fast girl. Is it because he was using body flicker jutsu, sensei? Asked Hinata. They were both incredible, honestly. Yes, the body flicker jutsu involves the movement of high speed, and it's not easy to control. It uses a lot of physical strength, and to use it in battle is not usually possible. Only 3 people have been able to use it, such as Shisui Uchiha, Might Guy, Naruto, and now I guess her. It may be tough, but I might be able to help you use it if you want. Hinata nods, but Sasuke says he doesn't like it. It doesn't fit his style. He's less of speed and more of a counter person. So they make their way back to Konoha and get a day off, while Kakashi reports the mission as done. Other Genin, meanwhile, had come home a while ago from their missions and were waiting on rumors about Naruto's team. A few more days pass, and Kakashi plans on enrolling his team into the Chunin exams, much like every other sensei, and we see the team walking the streets heading for Naruto's training spot, that only being Sasuke, Hinata, and Naruto himself. Wait, you mean that doesn't mean anything to you? That doesn't alert you at all? Asked Hinata. I mean, you get used to that kind of life when you have nothing to do, said Naruto. Mr. Fugaku does the same thing with Sasuke. Sasuke says, one time I woke up and found myself upside down, hung up. Sasuke, you have failed this morning's challenge. Sounds nice. I mean, they must be very worried about you. Maybe that's why your father is so hard on you, Sasuke. The both of them notice the look in Hinata's eyes, as it seems she doesn't have a good relationship with her family. This is when they both put their arms around her, startling her. Forget about all that today, okay, says Sasuke. Today is all about you. Since when? Since now. We're gonna help you get so strong you won't recognize yourself anymore. Thanks, guys. Yeah, and then we can get some ramen. You always eat ramen. Let's have some barbecue or something. Just then, they turn a corner and find quite a scene. Getting serious, the group would stop, and as Moegi turns to see Team 7, she would ask, Paper Naruto, help us. As he makes his way forward, Naruto asks Kankuro to let go Konohamaru, who was very happy to hear Naruto is here. He's pretty cute, thought Tamari. Why the hell would I do that? He bumped into me first, said the Sand Ninja. Naruto would advance regardless, with his gaze getting relentless and almost freaking out Kankuro, who begins to twiddle his fingers just as Naruto makes contact with his chakra threads, and he makes a hand sign disabling it, surprising him, and now he's close enough to yank away Konohamaru and set him down. Go. As they thank him, they run past Sasuke and Hinata, telling them to be careful. Foreigners. Sand Ninja, maybe? Said Hinata. Naruto, they're probably here for the Chunin exams. I figured. So this is who we're going to be facing. Fun! Just don't take it out on the kids too hard, okay? Kids will be kids, you know? He's not asking, is he? Thought Kankuro. Both he and Tamari feel something from Naruto that's not normal, and they're honestly starting to feel like something about it is very familiar. But as he makes his way past them, Naruto would pass a glance at Gaara, who's up in the trees, while Hinata and Sasuke walk past him as well, and that's when Gaara lands down. You. Wait, when did he get there? Asked Hinata. Looking around, Naruto would point to himself, and Gaara nods, and Naruto says, Naruto Uzumaki. You? Gaara of the Desert, at your service. Nice to meet you, man. Keep your friends in check, will you? See you around. He and Team 7 then go on their merry way as we see Dosu and his team also watching from afar. What do you think? Asked Zaku. Aside from the Jinchuriki, it doesn't matter, said Dosu. Time skip. We hear footsteps of 3 making their way into the Chunin exam testing site as we pen up to see Team 7 with some new drip. Naruto is wearing what he would have worn in Naruto the Last. Sasuke is wearing what he would have worn in the Tsukuyomi world. If you don't know what that looks like, here it is. Hinata keeps the same fit, but has tied her hair all the way back. But she has the same fabric that's more like to what she wears as an adult and housewife, but of course with extra pads for fighting. She just looks more comfortable, I guess you could say. Now, as they make their way in, they hear a ruckus, and annoyed Sasuke asks for everyone in their way to move, and as they begin to mumble and look at their team, they consider them by far the most dangerous. After all, they have the Sharingan, Byakugan, and Naruto as part of their team. Why are you all gathered around here for? Said Naruto as he makes a hand sign, releasing a massive pulse of chakra that startles everyone, who wonders what that was for when they look to the number at the door, and it no longer says 301 but 201. And they're a bit surprised. Basic Genjutsu, says Sasuke. Just then, one of the 2 participants trying to keep everyone out of their way moves towards Naruto with a sweeping kick, a high kick, and Naruto doesn't even move as the attack is caught by Lee, who moves at incredible speed. You must be more careful. Thanks, said Naruto. Didn't need it, but thanks. Tapping him on the shoulder, he walks by, and everyone disperses trying to find new ways to get to where they need to go. And as for Team Guy, as they see Naruto walking off, they expected as much from what, well, they heard of him. He couldn't react to that kick though, said Tenten. It's not that he couldn't, don't be naive. It just wasn't considered a threat, said Neji. At this point, dashing forward, Lee is told by Tenten to stop, but it's too late as he jumps over a rail, shouting for Naruto, who turns as he would land down, and Lee gets in a fighting stance. This exam is just getting stranger and stranger, thought Hinata. Naruto Uzumaki, I heard you were the best at taijutsu, even amongst Jonin. I wish to fight you. That's a bit of an over-exaggeration. I mean, you look like a certain someone who's better than me at that. Oh, you must mean Guy-sensei. He's my captain. What? Are you a son? Of course not. Sasuke, am I losing my mind? Asked Naruto. For me to slap you awake? It's gonna hurt like hell. You jerk. Fine, sure. I'll fight you, man. Guys, I'll meet up with you. Go on ahead. Don't get hurt, shouts Hinata. As you've noticed, Hinata no longer stutters as much because she has found her resolve, and I don't like keeping her as a meek little girl when she and T7 will be literally facing Psycho soon. Anyway, the two would make their way towards each other, and up the flight of stairs, Hinata and Sasuke keep their eyes on the fight, with Naruto giving Lee a respective fight by blitzing him first, surprising him with a hook kick he barely dodges. After dodging, he throws a leaf hurricane, which Naruto dodges with a slight leap. "You can do more than that, right?" he asked. Lee with a shout then jumps, spinning and bringing a kick to Naruto's side, which is easily caught, as Naruto would make a hand sign, and from behind, Lee is pulled down and body slams to the floor by a clone. Ugh, damn it. He spins off the ground, attacking the clone that catches his foot and throws him behind, nearly making him slam into a wall, but he just manages to stop himself before reaching it. "He doesn't stand a chance, does he?" said Tenten. "He never did, no. Naruto Uzumaki isn't considered a genius for his talent in taijutsu. Two things: his many secret arts, and the second is the fact that he's an all-rounder," said Neji. As Lee gets up, he says, "I thought you weren't gonna use jutsu for this." "Huh? Oh, no jutsu? Didn't know that's what we were doing, my bad. What's a habit, you know?" As the clone disappears, Lee only gets more nervous because Naruto doesn't sound scared at all by the fact that he was asked to not use jutsu, and instead blitzes Lee again, who attacks him, and Naruto is swayed back, grabbing his hand and striking him in the stomach, lifting him into the air as he forcefully then spins, wrapping his legs around Naruto's neck. "Why won't he go down?" As he thought this, Naruto would smile, saying, "You're pretty amazing fighting with those weights on." Lee is once again taken aback, realizing the person before him is truly the epitome of geniuses, but that's why he must beat him. This is when he's about to utter a word. But then he's forcefully taken off Naruto, who is pushed back, finding Might Guy now standing between the two of them. "Lee!" Yes, Kai-sensei. "You idiot. Why did you try to use that?" As he slowly backs away, Naruto says, "I'm gonna go now. You're pretty good, bushy brows." He teleports away with Guy staring down Lee, who realizes that it was quite dangerous what he was trying to do before the real test even began. "Tenten, Neji, get down here immediately." Showing an anger he had never shown before, he puts fear in the students as they quickly jump down, standing before him. "This exam isn't simply about passing, but carrying on with your comrades. I never wanted you to let such a thing happen." You saw the desperation in his eyes? "Yes, Sensei. My apologies." "Well, aside from that, good job, Lee. You put up a good front considering it was Naruto." Putting a thumbs up, he brings a tear to his student's eye. Meanwhile, Naruto meets back up with everyone, and eventually they go to the real 301 room, and as soon as they enter, they find many eyes on them, like many others around them. They're all eyeing each other, trying to figure out if someone's gonna attack. It's a game of psychological strength. "Man, it is so tense in here," says Sasuke. "These people need to lighten up." "Right?" said Naruto. "Sasuke!" A familiar and terrifying shout is heard from people Sasuke didn't want to meet again, as Sakura and Ino made their way over, bumping into people and pushing them aside, making Sasuke and Naruto sigh in unison. "Oh, come on, they're not that bad," said Hinata. They are drawing attention to themselves quite a lot though. When they reach Sasuke though, he shouts, "Stop bothering me." The two are less startled as he asks why they have nothing better to do. "You do realize you've entered a den of killers, right? I let this slide at the academy because I thought you would change. I guess some things just never do. Leave me alone." He walks past them as they are left embarrassed, with some even chuckling in the crowd while Team 7 takes a seat. And this is when the Konoha 11 start to catch up, gathering, staying oblivious to the danger around them like Sakura and Ino did. This makes Kabuto set them in place and even agree to give them some info. "The rate you're going, you're all going to get yourselves killed. I'll give you some advice. Stay aware of these 4 individuals." He throws down Shinobi skill cards with Lee, Gar, Neji, and Naruto on them. "Yeah, I'm only worried about Naruto, Sekiba. Swear I'm gonna beat him." "Keep dreaming if you want," says Shikamaru. "Didn't you hear? He created an S-rank jutsu when he joined his team." "Seriously?" Kiba looks to Naruto, who is simply laughing with his team, and it shows he takes none of this seriously. "This jutsu he made," asked Kabuto, "you know what it is?" "Why would I? It's an S-rank jutsu," says Shikamaru. "Oh yeah, right." In the following moments, Ibiki would soon show up, put up a test that includes a lot of trickery, cheating, and spying, and when it's done, Anko comes in and takes everyone off, with Ibiki making his way to Naruto's seat and being wide-eyed at his tests. Like father like son, I guess. Meanwhile, the group of genin who pass approach the Forest of Death, and Sasuke sees Naruto is worried for some reason. "Dude, you good? This isn't like you." "Hey Anko," shouts Naruto. As she turns with her hands on her hips, she asks what happened and what's going on. When appearing right before her, he whispers, "Why the hell is this test at where I live? You know, people usually don't live in a place called the Forest of Death, you brat. Come on, I have a nice thing going on here. Damn it, choose something else." No. As they whisper and argue, everyone wonders just what they're worried about and arguing about until Naruto is shouted at to return to his team, and he does so with a look of morbidness. "Naruto, are you okay? What's wrong, seriously?" "You'll see," said Naruto. "God, this is so messed up." Sasuke and Hinata look at each other and show a look of worry before Anko gets everyone's attention by clearing her throat. "Okay, so anyway, this is the Forest of Death. Obviously, it's named that for a reason, and when you enter, you'll be faced with beasts like Ninken, mutations, so to say." Akamaru would whimper as Kiba calms him down, but then Uncle sighs, saying, "It's also the home of a certain someone, so if you find a giant wooden house nearby, just stay out of it." Wait, someone's house? Someone lives here? Who is she? They all then stop and turn to see a now crying Naruto, who clenches his fist, saying to all of them, "If you break my floorboards, I'll break you." "Why the hell do you live there?" they all shout. "Oh, I didn't have to pay rent. Duh." "This boy goes beyond my expectations," thought Orochimaru. "Oh, so that's why I said Hinata. Don't worry, Naruto, we just need to get there before everyone else. I mean, you can set up a seal, right?" "Yeah, I guess. Let's win this. For my house." "Wrong motivation, but whatever keeps you running," says Sasuke. The other shinobi have now made it a mission to avoid Team 7 because if this guy lives here, then that means that he's even more monstrous than their villages warned him to be. And those who were born in Konoha, aside from Kiba, weren't even going to attack him. They are each given a scroll and head in with Team 7 feeling the presence around them, quickly dispersing. "Damn it, if they distance themselves, we're not going to get anything," says Sasuke. Activating her Byakugan, however, Hinata looks for anyone nearby and spots them, pointing out their exact location, so they move quickly. They get to said team, body them, take their scrolls, and head back to heading for the main target, which is their place of refuge. And as they move, a day passes as we find them waking up Hinata and putting out the campfire. "I don't see anyone nearing us." "Alright, let's go, guys," says Sasuke. They take to the trees, and they already have the Union Jutsu active, which Naruto has added a new effect to. As they keep running from tree to tree though, Naruto tells them to stop, and they land on some branches, with Sasuke hanging above Naruto and Hinata upside down. "An attack?" Sasuke asks. Hinata activates her Byakugan and will slowly look at Naruto. "It's similar to the Demon Brothers, but not really." "There's no point in hiding. Come out," shouts Naruto as he throws a kunai at a branch when a hand rises from it and that entire branch turns into a person. "You saw through my transformation jutsu." "Whoa, I didn't even know it could be used like that," says Sasuke. "I guess there's a lot you need to learn then." As she would crush the kunai, the woman would release a pulse of chakra as for a moment they feel death was heading for them, but that feeling quickly disperses as they weave signs, canceling the genjutsu, and Sasuke body flickers, barely catching himself right beside Orochimaru and striking down with the chop, which is blocked as he's sent flying. But by making simply a tiger sign, he fires a fireball jutsu, a massive one, leaving Orochimaru wide-eyed as he's enveloped by the attack, and the tree he stood on begins to snap and crash. "I think I got him," says Sasuke. Orochimaru, however, appears right behind him. "How did you do that? When did he..." Appearing and taking Sasuke's place, however, Naruto surprises the Sannin, who is struck with such force that his body contorts instinctively to protect itself, and he's flung into a tree with Naruto beginning to fall. "Both of you get out of here." "We can't do that," said Hinata. "This guy, his body, her body, it's..." "Yeah, I can tell, trust me. I'll beat him." "No." As he jumps down, Sasuke says he's not letting him do this alone. "I can't become Hokage if I run because I'm a little scared." He lands beside Naruto, activating a Sharingan. "I'll see this through to the end." Hinata then joins them, readying herself with a Keko being heard, when Hinata would then quickly be knocked away with Orochimaru showing himself. "Seriously, how did you do it?" Hinata slams into a tree, feeling her organs rupture, while Sasuke goes for a sweep kick. When Orochimaru easily dodges this, however, he finds a foot at his face from Naruto as he sways back dodging it, but he sees Naruto has finished weaving some one-handed signs and begins to see his nose bleed right as he screams with agony. Wind style, secret art. Ripple. Overwhelmed by sound, Orochimaru is then struck in the stomach by Sasuke, who then proceeds to overwhelm him with the wild fire dance before then kicking off of him once again, making only a tiger sign and firing a gigantic fireball. And this time Orochimaru is actually struck, being forced to leave behind this body and rising up behind Naruto as he rips a blade from his esophagus and he thrusts. Naruto would dodge it, weaving one-handed signs again as Orochimaru from behind is struck in the head by a massive red dog-like beast. His body is crushed in an instant as he explodes to snakes, which bite the transformed clone that then poofs to normal and then poofs itself. This exchange all happened in a few seconds, allowing Sasuke to land, and he finds that he's not able to help Naruto and is instead only getting in his way, honestly. Naruto, I see him. As he hears Hinata's voice while she's badly hurt, she says she can see Orochimaru, and Naruto gets an idea. Secret art, union, shared vision. Using this, he's allowed to see Orochimaru much like Hinata can, basically replicating the Byakugan, and he moves to where he's going to pop up from and grabs a hold of his neck, which extends as he bites into Naruto's neck. What? He feels his fangs shatter from an immense cold that sends shivers throughout his entire body, and he's struck from below by an earth wall, with Naruto letting him go for Sasuke to then strike him with a dropkick, but then a massive explosion of smoke blinds them all. However, this allows Naruto to take a moment and share what Hinata sees with Sasuke as well, and with enough focus, as he quickly finds Hinata within all the smoke, he would manage to carry her. Really getting beat, aren't I? Just kidding. A slither is heard, with Sasuke finding himself terrified to see Orochimaru now standing on a massive snake. I want to see how you'll deal with this, Naruto. Sasuke, Hinata's hurt. You need to get her out of here. Honestly, I can't go all out because I keep using the Union Jutsu. Sasuke grinds his teeth at his own weakness and looks to Hinata, who apologizes for being caught off guard. No, I'm sorry for being stubborn. Naruto, destroy him. As he runs off, Naruto remembers the body of Hinata and how horrible she was attacked and explodes with chakra as a clone appears before him and detonates with smoke, shocking Orochimaru when he sees what is before him, that being a massive white ape. Oh, trust me, I'm gonna kill him. You've taken the transformation to the new lengths, I see. Shut up. He didn't even notice Naruto appear right before him as he struck with a powerful kick and is sent flying as the ape and the snake lunge at each other, beginning their battle of kaiju. Meanwhile, Orochimaru is caught by the hair from a clone coming into being and weaving one-handed signs in the blink of an eye, connecting to its original user, who says, wind style. Blowing through his mouth, a revolving wind tornado, it is sent at Orochimaru as the clone lets go, and this jutsu rips apart Orochimaru, and he is shredded to pieces until he falls to the very ground and crashes, and then the barrage stops as he would begin to stand regurgitating himself, and now being livid and tense. While still exiting the body, he releases a massive wave of water that floods the area, only to be frozen in an instant as Naruto lands on the frozen mass, still weaving signs, and above them appears a massive snowflake formation. Secret art, Cocutus. Special release too. Okay, this child's actually dangerous. He feels his lungs being frozen, and he literally cannot escape as he's trapped in ice. Pervy Sage told me you're pretty proficient in wind style, so I wonder how you're gonna pull yourself out of this one. Union Jutsu, was it? Are you using it right now? If you're trying to keep talking, it only makes the effects worse. The only reason why you're still alive is because I'm letting you, and the reason why I'm not gonna die with you is because I'm immune to these effects. Orochimaru shows a look of anger as from above he hears a voice, and then he looks up to see two people. Itachi? Shisui? We'll take it from here. You have an exam to finish, says Shisui. Throwing a smile, Naruto nods, and we fade into a new scene. Sasuke lays down Hinata near a cave in the forest while he wraps her up and her wounds, doing very quick first aid. Thank you. What a predicament. Without even turning back, Sasuke asks the three behind him who have just arrived to screw off. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No Uchiha clan to save you, little buddy, says Saku. You should really watch how you speak. As he begins to freeze up, almost instantly, all of them get knocked out as Sasuke will be inducing on them a very powerful, horrifying genjutsu. I'm not so merciful. That ingrating attitude of yours means trouble. As he approaches them, however, each and every one of them, like I said, cannot fight back, and they fall. When they thud to the floor, Sasuke peeks back, annoyed as he walks back to Hinata. Fucking bugs. Just to differentiate, Sasuke has been trained by Itachi for years now. People like Zaku and Dose or whatever that girl is just are not in his league, and he's fought Naruto as well. Like this fight is not fair at all. I just wanted to make that clear because if y'all were surprised by how easily he put them down, yeah. Naruto at that moment arrives, and Sasuke quickly asks that he heal Hinata, which he gets to doing, while Sasuke also asks, what happened to that freak? Your brother took care of it. Oh, perfect timing. I'm sorry. What are you apologizing for, you doof? Look, I'd rather die than let you or Hinata get hurt. That's why we're gonna pass this and train super hard. Right, said Hinata. Holding his fist out, Naruto has Sasuke bump it as well as Hinata, and so they would make their way to their final destination, arriving a day before Gaara's team. So they begin their training. Some still are remaining in the forest, so those who have arrived get a chance to relax and do whatever they wish, including leaving the building if they want. They also have their own rooms, but Team 7 decides to quickly train, as Team Gaara would stumble upon them on their second day, and they see them at this wide area. They're seriously doing that right now? Asked Tamari. Come on, just a little longer, said Naruto. Holding the horse stance, all three of them have been left drenched in sweat and slowly are covering themselves with a coat of chakra. They've been at this for about 30 minutes, and then Naruto says, time, with Sasuke and Hinata standing straight and stretching. Whew, you guys ready? Asked Naruto. You were right, my chakra feels loose. It's kind of weird, said Hinata. Yeah, I realized if I wanted to maximize training, I needed to rouse my spirit a bit. Now, you need something? As he looks to Team Gaara, he approaches them. You want to join us? Please, said Kankuro. Why are you acting like he wouldn't whoop your ass, said Tamari. Shut up. I wouldn't mind a spar, said Gaara. Naruto with his hands on his waist and says they're gonna have a spar then, with Sasuke then asking, I thought we were gonna make a new jutsu. Take inspiration, said Naruto. Moments later, the two are found facing each other while their teammates look on, each having of course someone they're betting on, until Naruto says to begin. Gaara's gourd is popped, releasing a massive wave of sand, while Naruto body flickers appearing behind him with a kick, but a swirl of sand barely blocks him. Gaara turns surprised as Naruto makes one-handed signs and weaves them incredibly fast. What? How is he doing that? Asked Tamari. Still being getting, of course, they have never seen such a thing or heard of such a thing, as Naruto fires a blast of fire point blank with Gaara barely jumping back, while mid-air though he looks down and sees Naruto is gone. Where is he? As he looks around though, from above drops a kick as his sand barely blocks it, only to be blown away by a blast of wind, sending him crashing down, with Naruto landing and slamming his hand down, weaving one-handed signs again, spreading from him a seal that shoots Gaara in the sky, unable to stop himself as he's met by a Naruto clone that comes into existence, cracking his sand shield. As the clone poofs, Naruto sees his cracked skin. Interesting. Stopping himself with sand, Gaara throws at Naruto a massive wave, a massive downpour. Let's see how you handle this. The little friend's gonna die, you know. He's making Gaara angry. As Kankuro looks to Hinata and Sasuke, they aren't even nerved, and he hears a blast and looks forward seeing all the sand be flash frozen by ice as Naruto lets out a cold breath. Secret art, Cocutus. As he slams his hands together, the frozen sand struggles to contain Gaara, who has a vein bulging, unable to rip out his sand. I guess you're not much of a close range fighter. As he steps forward, Naruto instantly appears behind Gaara, holding a kunai at his neck, making him stop straining. I win. When did he get there? That's not the body flicker, said Hinata. Yeah, he made another jutsu. The ice would shatter as the sand begins to swerve or bow, returning to Gaara's gourd, and Naruto puts away his kunai. Tamari and Kankuro are too shot. Gaara's a genius, practically unbeatable for people his age. That same Gaara then turns to Naruto. I lose this time, but it won't happen again. Smiling, Naruto says that's good to hear. Your magnet release pretty good, but I have a ton of secret art releases. How many? Asked Tamari. Sound release, ice release, gravity release. Gravity? Shot the Sand siblings. Ow, I wasn't even done yet, said Naruto. In terms of mastering jutsu, Naruto even surpassed all of our senseis at school, said Hinata. Isn't he awesome? But gravity? Asked Kankuro. Gaara and Naruto start walking back, and Gaara walks past his shocked siblings who chase after him. Alright, let's begin, said Naruto. As the two nod, we have a time skip. A week passes before everyone makes it back, and they all gather before their senseis and Hiruzen himself on a wide stage for their final fight. They're all present, said Hayate. Okay, I need to make one thing clear. The reason many from other nations have gathered for this is for one reason. It permits a mini war between us. What? What does he mean? If you read our history, it speaks of backstabbing and endless stripes at heroism. These exams were a silver lining. Shinobi fight to the death if needed for the honor of their village. That's complete bullshit, said Naruto. Ah, he still got that personality, thought Yuruka. Be that as it may, Naruto. These fights hold value. Your battles will be watched by many. Some of high rank in luxury and wealth. Depending on what is shown, more will be willing to commission missions for a village and other villages. That is how our system works. Oh, I know that. Strength of a nation connected to a village, obviously. It's just crazy that none of you old bastards ever figured out that killing means nothing if nothing remains afterwards. Naruto calmed down, said Kakashi. Fine. Can you explain the test already? Yeah, said Sasuke, I agree. Well, just keep in mind, you're not fighting for yourself, your dreams, but for your village and its honor as well. Hearing this brings a lot of pressure on them, but they like it this way. It makes their fights way more incentivized. However, before they can announce what the final test is, Hayate says they have way too many people, and so they need to have a preliminary. Who will come out on top? Does Orochimaru have a backup plan? Find out in the next part of Naruto and Naruto Shippuden and beyond. Hope you enjoy this. Peace. I'm gone.